his newest piece of fiction, Shadow Seed, and it's so nice to see you again.
Good to see you again, Stephanie.
This is kind of exciting. Now, you know people are going to want to say, it's another Mississippi attorney who's writing some kind of murder mystery. Kind of in the John Grisham line.
Right.
But I think this book is kind of different than anything he's ever done.
Yeah, it's kind of a cross-genre novel. It's a little bit more of the Southern literary type fiction than just a pure commercial thriller, although it certainly does have the easy-to-read style of the commercial thriller.
In addition to, though, as you just pointed out, being a commercial thriller, it does sort of have a message, doesn't it? What did you set out to make us think about, if you will, when you wrote this book?
Well, about the way that society has changed, the direction it's going, I would say perhaps the negative direction it's going. I have 1917 Mississippi portrayed, which there was a lot of bad in our past, but there was also a lot of good from a moral standpoint, which is denigrated, I think, degenerated somewhat from that time. And so I tried to make that point by showing the time back then and the time now.
And you've done that in an interesting way. Throughout the book, our main character reads through journals that his grandfather wrote, which I think is a really interesting touch.
Well, my grandfather was an attorney in Mississippi in 1917, in Leland, in fact. And I found his letters, and of course read a lot of the books from the Leland and the Greenville authors from that time period. So I was familiar with that history and decided to incorporate it into the modern-day thriller plot.
All right, we've been talking in great general